crossing with a little exclamation mark, and then there's one that's like, what, don't high-five ghosts? I don't... I'll see if the observer gets a chance. We'll see if they can get a look at that. I want to know what chat thinks it means.
We're going towards inside, but looks of things here. 5 players, 4 north in the brown halls, and they have a smoke, presumably used for low ramp or connector, depending on which way they're inclined. But the problem is we do have 2 SK players waiting for them. That's going to be Fur and Taco. Taco is watching towards the upper ramp, trying to bait in his teammate. But North might have a decent run of this one. They get the first frag required, but Taco is fighting back.
Taco backs off after getting a dink. Another goosh, just it is in the pistol, no head armor. He goes down to 9. Almost on 15, but they've got the man advantage. Bomb planted, Valda. He's going to try and strike aggressively to hold them off as long as possible while that bomb ticks. He's done well to pick up a single kill. He's got information as to where the rest of them are, but he's not sure how to play it. This is quite clever, because they've just spotted him, and he's able to get behind them. He's actually outplayed them, outthought them in the 1 split second by which he had to do so. He slides up undetectedly, and it's Phelps that will eventually find, but again, it buys more time, it buys more space. Fallen with the kit, however, and the smoke gets found. Phelps gets Cajun in return, but Config's the man who shut the round down, and I think he's done enough. Even with the kit, it's too late. They'll win it. North go up 1-0.
Phelps there, happy to get the final frag. Knew he couldn't win the situation, but 3 kills in total gives him an extra $300 per kill. An inside play there from North. Very simple execution towards the upper ramp and lower as well, using that 1 smoke. And Valda, he pretty much wins around single-handedly there, just dancing around the train, surviving for so long. They couldn't take him down. Decent damage done by the North side when they entered the bomb site as well, headshotting 2 players, meaning the SK had to wait for the rotations before challenging for those frags. And it will be a North victory on the pistol round. But they did that on Cobblestone as well, and things went horribly wrong in round number 2. They arrive at the same juncture here. It's going to be Fallen with the scout. A couple of deagles to work with. Taco, no armor here. He could be the secondary AWPer on this map. They have been mixing things up between Fallen, Cold Zero, and Taco in terms of the secondary AWP role. Nothing really to report as of yet. Full default for the North side. Valda watching towards Ivy, and Fallen trying to get that first pick, of course, towards main entrance.
The scout for Fallen. Don't rule it. Or discount it. It's tagged. Fallen down to 42. It looked like he landed a shot onto Valda, but it apparently did not. AZ and Valda, therefore, continue on to find kills. So too does Cajun B. Taco's the last alive. 1v5. Damage done. 5 damage done. See if Taco shows us the sign. Okay, up here, on the right. It's right in front of him. See? The lower one?
Yeah.
Don't high-five Ghost? I don't understand. Because the high-five is in front of the no symbol, but the Ghost guy is behind it.
Well, we'll put it out to public vote, work out what it means.
I think that's a good idea. Yay, democracy.
Well, forced by not really working out for SK Gaming whatsoever. 2-0 for North. Has to be the full EK now for the Brazilian side. Not the best start they could have hoped for on train, but very, very early days.
That's perfect. What could that possibly mean, Henry? In all seriousness, train crossing, okay, that one's fair. I get that.
I don't know. Are they linked? The 2 signs?
I don't know. I once took a design class because I went to art school and we had to do design as one of our classes, and they talked about the importance of good shot AZ. Very good shot AZ to find Fallen. The importance of quick communication and how imagery is important for the lack of language. You know, if someone speaks a different language.
Sure.
That sign would have failed that class.
Yeah.
That would have absolutely failed.
I have no idea. I'm looking at it now. I couldn't work it out. But we should probably focus on the task at hand.
That is the task is figuring out the sign, Henry.
Well, North, bit of a bonus round situation. They do get 2 UMPs here and 2 players on about 7 grand as well. This could be Cajun being AZ, farming a lot of cash there in the 2nd and 3rd round. The Orb comes out for Fallen just about, glass cannon, but he is very, very good with the AWP, especially on a map like Train. Get boosted up towards the connector, but it will be the inside execution. I do like these sort of rounds. From the first gun round, we know the CT are weak. They can't necessarily hold off full execution. Drop everything you've got, all the smokes and Molotovs, and see if you can get in towards the bomb site here. Convict throws over his AK after taking a nade to the face. Gives it to AZ, I believe. And to Taco now to defend as the flashbangs start to come through.
Good shots through the smoke from Taco. Only gets 1 though. He's overwhelmed. Config's able to slide in the lower ramp. AZ. Cajun going down is able to trade it back and do 1 better. He'll take out Fur as well, but Although they're in a 2-on-2, the bomb is not yet planted, and the HP is dwindling away on the north side. AZ's going to continue to push, try and catch them off. 19 HP, wrong direction in which he looks. Means Cold gets a free shot to the side of the head.
Phelps has pushed all the way back round towards CT spawn now, after dropping a decoy at lower ramp as well. He's trying to funnel him towards a connector. He seems to be very aware of all the possibilities at this point, trying to deny the outside plant, gets himself into a very sneaky position here, and he should win the round single-handedly. Config knows this could be a possibility. He goes towards backtracks now. Yeah,
this is the one thing that kind of foils it. You're right. If he goes toward A, it's perfect positioning from Phelps and a good read. The fact that Config is elected to go all the way back through CT is almost a reverse. It throws another curveball into it. Now the question is, does he find Cold's position?
Yeah, with time ticking away, he could have gone towards the upper ramp there, but 10 seconds now.
Yeah,
he might get the plant here still.
Well, he's got to sprint it is the problem, and he's going to be heard. Yeah, Cold's already turned around and has the M4, but he won't get the angle. You're right, he will get the plant. I thought he'd go for the open plant as fast as possible. Dies immediately after, fair enough, but gets the bomb down. So an effort for North that'll give them a bit of money. And with the first 3 rounds going their way, that means they'll be able to buy into the next round as well.
Decent attempt though by North. They had 3 AKs and 2 UMPs there, left in the 2 versus 1 for Config. A nice approach from him. Could have been deadly in terms of the timings, but gets the bomb down there, keeps the money nice and strong for the North side, and they know they've kept CT's relatively modest there. Fallen will get his AWP back, but we still have just about a full buy for SK Gaming. AK sell for Phelps as well. And we're going to number 5 here, North giving up the first gun round. But like I said, now they have the AWP and 4 AKs themselves. This is where the game really begins, and a chance for them to reset SK.
So they obviously did have enough. You're right, reset definitely there. They had enough money to buy into this one anyway, so actually that bomb plank goes a little bit further because they've almost got money left over for an additional buy after this as well. It's a very strong start for North, giving themselves as many chances early on as possible. A little movement from pattern from Config as he slips by, takes some damage, and then hugs the train to make it a little bit further into the site. But unfortunately, he's lost Cajun B. Does mean, with a flashbang through the smoke, he's quite far in. I actually think he spotted one on top of Ticket, but didn't realize it because he was snapping around so quickly. But he will get a free kill as they walk in. Config takes down Cold. I think he got some team damage immediately after, as they go into a 2 versus 2. Bomb to be planted, open side of the train. Taka will be the first to arrive to get back inside of the site. He goes down. He's the one with the kit and all the utility. Fallen is the AWP and no armor.
Yeah, not looking too good from at this point. 2 players to find. No utilities to help him out at all. Looking like to be a North reset here. Fallen might want to consider saving the AWP as time ticks away. Almost has no chance of winning the round at this point. Hoping to take one of the players down, but will indeed save the orb. So North, this is much better now. They've already equaled as many rounds they got in the first half of Cobblestone. Now they've got one better as well. Fallen looks like he might actually be dropped here as well. Config can spot him. Finds the headshot. He'll die as well, but that's not a huge deal at all. He's got lots of money to work with here. Fallen's got nothing. This could be a double eco sort of territory for SK here. 4-1 for North on the T side of train, bouncing back. But that's the thing with SK. You can never really count them out of any situation on train. Even if they lose the half, they'll be flying back into it in a second, but nice shots from Config. Low HP across the board, all these kills, and he finds headshots. Force buy from SK. Like I said, it's a double eco regardless, so coming in with some CZs, PT50s, Cold Zero with utility and a UMP. Try to go for that aggressive lower ramp play. I did say that'll be coming in at some point. Nothing found as of yet. Watch out for Fallen in the lower ramp as well. He loves to push that lower ramp aggressively and try and find the first pick. Everyone knows he does it as well, but he always seems to hit the shot.
Does this time down. As Valda and MSL get the first 10 opening kills. Phelps to trade on AZ, but that's all they receive as Phelps is quick to go up the ladder behind them, shut down by MSL. It's Fur to push from the lower ramp and hope to catch them off, having their attention pulled back that other direction from his teammate. Meanwhile, Cold out toward Ivy is able to find Valda on entry. UMP does the trick, but only for 1. Config, good positioning, good read, good shot on an AK. They're not done yet, though. Fur's able to bypass the AWP of Cage and smoke in front. Nade out. He'll get away as well, meaning the AWP doesn't have the shot. And picking up an AK. He's the threat. He's a factor. 47, no kit. And bomb planted at the outer site. I dare say it's a bit far of a reach for Fur, especially with the position of Config inside of the control room.
If he had a kit, maybe there's a chance, but 2 kills to find and that bomb to defuse and one of the most notoriously hard sites to retake in the game, I don't think it'll be happening. There's too many angles to check and too many positions for North to hide within. Bomb ticking away. Fer hoping he can maybe take a couple down with him, but this is looking very good for the north side now. Bouncing back and then some. We did think Train would be the end of them. Fer watches towards Ivy, misses the shot. He'll just be trying to survive at this point as well. Couldn't find the shot on Cajun B. He survives as well, but both of the North players do at the same time. They've got so much money to work with after this round. 8K pretty much on every single player. Number 7. After that force buy as well, SK can't really do much going into round number 7 here. They have to save the AK, get some PT-50s out. It is for Fer, though, one of the most aggressive players in CSGO. Likes to go for flanks and audacious pushes. We'll see if he can bring anything to the table here as he heads towards main entrance. Looks like a full inside rush from the north side.
Go down by MSL. Continue to push up with the MAC-10. The single AK from Fer saved over has not done much in the round. Backs off, in fact. So too does Fallen and Phelps, so they'll give up yet another. North's going to go up 6-1. Great start on Train, considering we just said SK. This is their better map. We thought it was really Cobble that gave North a chance in this game. More money for MSL. I've got an answer.
Okay.
The sign is an old German sign that means no access for unauthorized persons. It's not very indicative of that, and not only that, the map's not located in Germany, so way to go, Valve.
Well, we have some answers at least. Well, that was the eco for SK, a rush inside from North. Always a bit of a gamble there, but hitting the first 2 shots at the MAC-10, leading the charge there in the hands of MSL. He gets 2 frags. And there it is, 6-1. SK Gaming struggling somewhat on what we thought would be a walk in the park for them. Money available once again, coming out the double orb setup I believe they wanted to. Single for now, money's not exactly amazing. Fallen 2 for 6, and still very early days here. They can still come back and win 9-6 right back. Occasion beat out Orb himself, and we'll see if he can go toe-to-toe with Fallen. Wants to play right now. Cold Zero setting himself up at Ivy. Could go for that aggressive peak we normally discuss. Looks like he'll be boosting Fallen up on the server. And he gets his head completely blown off at the very start by Config. Through the smoke as well.
That's quite good. Good read. Great read. Config. Pre-firing the angle, perhaps. Didn't quite catch it all the way from his perspective. Just got to it at the end, but Phelps is going to try and push up to compensate for the loss. And a loss that would mean, if it continues this direction, a 7-1 lead for North in exchange of what was the lead the same for SK in the first map. T-side as well. Not a bad start on Train at all against one of the world's, if not the world's best Train team. Phelps gets into the pop dog position. He'll wait down below to see if anyone's going to enter. MSL has blown out the windows above, so he'll know he's there. Question is, how does the exchange go and transpire? Because MSL can't really get aggressive, which doesn't favor Phelps because it's the bomb in his hands. Oh, if he went up now, though, the nade's out. There's no way he ever would. That's a huge risk, but the timing could have been there. Jump across. They'll have spotted him. They're going to try and push back. He's got a Molotov behind him, which was bounced off and very cleverly thrown to lock him in position. Owen's going to join up in the fold as well, give up on Ivy, and thankfully so too of the terrorists. So it's an all-out attack on the front side of the A site. A brawl. Smoke down means he can't even consider the back angle. So Fallen puts his attention firmly onto A main and finds MSL walking in. Phelps tries to do the same. Again, trying to square his angle, read it right, and a second kill as he gets Volda. SK now have a 2-man advantage and can start to relax into the round as Phelps and Fer will close it.
Phelps looking very good once again. He was lights out on Cobblestone, finds 3 kills in round number 8 there as well. North with the default into outside execution, but Fallen, he takes down that first shot. And that's after Config blew off the head of Cold Zero as well towards that IP position. I'm sure we'll get a look at that momentarily. It's Phelps from the pop dog doing a very good job from that area. 3 kills in total, and Fallen finding the first as well. So nice work. 6-2 and 4 players surviving for SK there. So some money saved up, at least a little bit, but still a lot of work to do to get back into this game. North still with a considerable lead.
He's going to work his way past the lower entrance with his 2 teammates, Config MSL to upper. Taco was overwhelmed the last time. They pushed from both directions and sides. Phelps is going to try and help him, but they've already dropped in. Spots one, doesn't shoot, wants to try and use discipline, but MSL's already spotted, and AZ's closer. than Phelps would have expected, so he's able to get the kill off the communication. Bomb planted, man advantage again for North. It's another reset situation for SK, so call has to be made very early if they go or save, because if they save, they can buy into the next. They've got enough to force. They've got 2 kits, and they've got an AWP on Fallen, and Cold with the opening kill will encourage the retake, but Valda is in prime position to flank, and the flank will be enough, and it won't be a save. It's going to be all 3 going down surely. Fur found by Config instead.
Inside play this time from North, and it works out very nicely indeed. Aggressive with an upper ramp position. They seem to have a read on SK setup here. It's normally Taco on the upper ramp, and he hides quite passively at the top of the upper ramp, waiting for rotations there. They push him down after splitting off connector, flashing through, and just isolating him at the top. Once they take him down, they've already pushed through. They have great positional control of the inside bomb site, and they managed to overwhelm it. And as you said, it's a reset round, and it will be SK with not a force buy here, but Max 7s, Deagles, and CZs, and keeping 4 players alive in the round they did win means they can buy up in the next. But Taco, he's looking to win this one as he finds the first frag towards lower ramp for the CZ. It will be a 5-on-4 now, but he has got that shotgun towards Pop Dog, probably the best position for it. Chance for SK now. And North, they'll slow things right down and just allow Cajun B to have some time to find the next pick here, potentially. Holding all the main showing points, looking towards Ivy. That's Valda, who's boosted up, looking in that position. Occasionally using that tight little gap to try and hopefully find another opening pick here, but not giving anything away as of yet on the SK side.
Molotov.
Yeah, that's the one that's used to Molotov on top of Pop Dog.
Exactly.
The room.
Yeah.
And it means for have to fall back there or stay real close range.
Well, that second Molotov, the addition of the second is going to mean he's got to leave. Did they fail the second one or not throw it?
Well, it hasn't landed on the roof, so maybe they won't go for that, but...
Yeah, no, it failed. It's landed directly above.
Ah.
It didn't make it down. So the plan was to put 2 there, so he had to leave the room, but they failed the second Molotov.
Ooh.
Still, though, Cold Zero is able to get Config, and then it's AZ that responds. Good 2 kills for him on the AK. It should have happened sooner, though, against Pistols, because he's the only one left, and he's tagged to 4 HP, and downed in the end by Taco. No question they failed the Molotovs, but
yeah,
it's
that's
still
right.
SK that wins it.
Well, might not have made a difference, but I guess it made things a little bit more chaotic for them. They thought Pop Dog would be clear, there's Molotovs being deployed, but Cold Zera with the CZ. Oh, goodness gracious, that is quite magnificent by him. It's going to be a timeout now, called by MSL. A chance just to calm down and work out what the problems were there. And in terms of their money, it's not in a fantastic situation. It's actually a reset for them as well. So SK Gaming did the impossible, just some CZs and a Max 7. Managed to get himself right back in this game. Overall scoreline 7-3. As AZ couldn't get it done in the 2 versus 1 situation. Got dinked very early on and then kept the full back. Just a note as well, we do have Rugger behind North, and this is a new coaching rule for DreamHack Masters, meaning that the coach can talk within the freeze time. Now 20 seconds beginning of each round to give his input and maybe help with things like tracking economy, working out whether executions was the right time to deploy those, and generally determining basic input. It won't be mid-round calling, of course, but it's a crutch for the in-game leaders to fall back onto it at the start of each round. So MSL down to attack 9, Cajun B with the AWP. As you can see, in terms of utility, not great as well. 1 minute 40, they have 2 smokes remaining, a couple of Molotovs. The Cajuns really have significant impact here, but AZ, being brave towards the brown holes, does manage to get towards upper ramp, negating any CT presence here for now. This could be another inside execution.
Gets close, this time playing with Taco inside of the B site. Phelps to rotate early. Fur able to find the first one as well, but goes down to MSL. Taco switches his sides of the train. Needs to be cautious of the fact they're above him. Smoke out, he gets found. Config sprays him through the spool. That leads to his demise because it's Cold Zero that's able to locate him immediately after as Cajun walks in, AWP in hand. Continues to look. Bomb down. Fires the first shot. Again, that gives his position away, and Phelps is able to trade off, but he's a step too far inside of the doorway.
Yes,
and
indeed.
They're clawing back now. 4 rounds SK, 3 in a row. Make it 7-4.
North with the force buy in the previous as well. That was Phelps once again giving us a masterclass with the M4A4. He really seems to be warming up into this tournament. Lovely positional play. Great aim as well, and the double AWP setup comes out finally. Like I said, Taco He seems to be the secondary AWPer to Fallen these days. It was coldzera for so long. Such a formidable duo, but now it's the full eco for North. Good grenade there. It's going to be Fur. Inside player, that MP9 once again does love this weapon, and it might elude him once again, but of course it doesn't. 2 kills there to open things up, and he's given the call to his teammates as well. Taco starting to hit shots with the AWP, and it will be MSL, the player who has the impossible task of trying to get the bomb down, but it does not happen. Taco gets the job done with a silenced USP. So, round number 13, Money starting to stabilize once again. Another timeout called by MSL. So on these kind of rounds, when you know the T-side are calling a timeout, Matt, you can kind of work out they'll probably try and change things up. We've been doing a lot of defaults so far, a couple of inside executions. I think there's only outside execution once so far. If I'm SK, I'm using this round to go aggressive. This is when I'm sending Fallen at the lower ramp, or I'm pushing 3 towards Ivy or something like that. I'm trying to foil whatever plan they've got in mind and try and just shut down any sort of tactic they're bringing to the table with. That's what I'm doing on SK, but obviously it's a bit of a mind game. MSL could want them to think that he goes for another inside rush, which has been working out very well for him. But round number 13, you're absolutely right. SK getting back into this now, winning 4 of the last 5.
Fallen has the spawn that's actually closer to Ivy.
Yeah, he could push all the way out of Ivy and try and go for that first pick.
Taco has the other op. He could have pushed the lower ramp, as you were suggesting Fallen do, but sits back instead.
Yeah, he's still with that shotgun style AWP. He sits on the lower ramp itself and looks for any players crossing over, trying to get the first pick. So no hyper aggression coming in from the CTs this time, as I essentially speculated there, but still looking for the first pick. Minute 25, and MSL and Co. once again showing presence towards inside. That's where the bomb is as well. Need to be very careful. That could have been the bomb going down, but MSL aware of that possibility. Flashes off the AWPer, and now they have inside control once again.
These are the brown holes to work with. Cajun backs down toward T-spawn. MSL gets closer, but Phelps and Fallen together at Pop Dog. With Phelps being aggressive and Fallen on the AWP, remember they have been throwing that Molotov. It's been 1 for 1. 1 for 2, I should say, in success. 1 fail, 1 landed. That would force Fallen out. He's 1 step ahead, though, as he's already considered that. Rotated back out toward the E-box instead. Giving over the AWP to coldzera based on his HP, and he continues to watch out toward Ivy, which they give passively. No smoke down. Through the wall, does make contact, but it's not a kill. Now they know exactly where the AWP is, but they still don't deal with it well because they walk in, give Cold the angle, and he goes and finds another one to get Cajun B and AZ. 1 from main and 1 from Pop Dog. Cold with just the 8 HP. Looks to be enough to shut them all down as Config's the next in line. Maybe giving up the AWP due to the HP was the right call.
That was definitely the right call. What a performance that was from coldzera. As we built up at the beginning of this round, he was the secondary AWPer for SK Gaming for so long, and you can see why. 8 HP, and it shuts it down completely. Hits every single bullet there. Not a single missed shot. That's so sick. Just what his team needed to keep them inside this game. 7-6 now, and another eco for North. My goodness, that was good.
Nade down to a main, but it's a little late because Config's already in this site. They may not anticipate it. Now Fallen does. Definitely does. Squares off with the AWP, gets a kill, falls down, gets MSL. Cold's not the only one that's going to get kills with the weapon. Slightly less significance in this round based on the economy. Good shot, Cajun B. He follows it up as Fallen misses his shot. Still making it expensive, but we're about to head to round 15, and there will certainly be money on the SK side, so no harm, no foul.
Yeah, plenty of money.
Honey.
Yeah. And the AWP comes up at Cajun once again. 4 AK-47s. At what point are you giving Alex his birthday present, by the way?
Oh, I don't know.
I'll
think about it.
Waiting till tonight, maybe? When you both go back to your room?
Yeah, I didn't buy much this year.
No, just kept it a little bit modest this time?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Fast play from Config. Flashbang's coming through, and it's going to be, a bit of a bloodbath to kick things off. Config pushes through the smoke. coldzera takes him down. Still an equal exchange for now. 3-on-3. Taco with the AWP this time as he holds towards inside. But Valda finally showing some form now as he takes the advantage for his team, but not for long. Now it is the 2 versus 1. Taco on the retake. Got the AWP to work with here, but needs the no-scope.
Yeah. Giant gun barrel sticks around the wall. So 8-7. North, we're up 7-1, however. So to end this half at 8-7 is, as you would say, Henry, a hollow victory.
Yeah, I guess so, considering the kind of lead they had. and the 7-2. You'd think that they'd run away with that game, but what can you do when Cold Zero is having rounds like that? Phelps very good as well. 17 kills of Cold Zero to finish things off. Fallen only on 6. That's an underperformance, I think, on the CD side of train for him. He's normally very, very good. He normally is the talisman of this map, and he's really dynamic and going super aggressive. Didn't really see any of that aggression from SK Gaming. A lot more passive, but I guess the money wasn't really ever on their side. You have to have a really strong start to start bringing in that really kind of flamboyant play style of pushing everywhere and trying to find the first picks and shutting down your opponents. But we'll have a look for the North bragging totals. Well, Valda, another quiet game from him. 7 and 10, bottom of the scoreboard for North. AZ a little bit better, 11 kills for him. Very influential towards the inside bomb site. Lots of aggressive and isolating play from them. Never sell. Looks reasonably happy with that. 8 rounds on the C side is absolutely fine, but this is SK on train. It's never done until it's done. We'll see whether they can win the pistol here, make it 2 for 2. We'll see what kind of buy comes through for SK. 2 smokes, 1 Molotov suggests we will head towards inside. The Molotov especially means when you have the inside plant, obviously use that to push back any CTs. But Valda has got to smoke himself, so that will be useful in that particular scenario. They do push towards Ivy there, but look at Cold Zero's position. This has got to be the dirtiest thing I've seen in a while. Oh no, goodbye.
Oh!
What?
Oh, Henry.
How's he done that?
Henry calling a spade an ace or a heart. Getting it a little bit early.
Oh,
that's
God.
pretty good. I saw him turn last second of the X-ray, and I was like, oh, he's got this. Cold would have had no idea. Boot on the other foot. AZ and Cajun as well. Looking to find a second pistol round. 5 up, 1 to go. Fallen does pick off
Plum.
a single kill. That's exactly what he wants to do. Plant, hold it, get it, and die. Surely there's one behind him by now. Good read. Config does get the kill. That's pretty sneaky of Config to find that first pick.
Sure, you check it, but surely you don't hit the shot that quickly. That's nuts.
Cold's probably confused.
Yeah. Maybe they've watched the demos and realized that's a common trait of Cold Zero to sit there when they head towards inside. Here's the replay right now. So, yeah, I guess he did spot his knees just before he commits to the corner. But bomb does get planted. No kills coming in, so I doubt the force fire comes through in the second round. It'll be AKs in the third. But North now going 2-on-2 for the pistol, at least for train. They want a single pistol on Cobblestone. And SK Gaming probably heading towards inside here. It's a good position to go. You're normally guaranteed the plant, even on full ecos, because as long as you get one trade, it's very difficult to CT to deny plants here. Holding inside will be Valda and MSL towards the connector. MSL with the M4A4. They have 1 flashbang here, so they'll get us off in position, maybe towards lower ramp. Flash will come over in about 5 seconds' time. Then they'll go all in. If MSL can find 2 kills, the plant probably doesn't come through, but he is fully blind now, so they'll get closer to the bomb site. Valda to hold them off, and maybe they will deny the plant. Good chance of it as Valda lights them up. Good job there. Decent hold from North, but the AKs will still come out in the third round here.
AK's third round. Fallen. That all comes down to his split decision to plant. Thinking ahead as they play from behind. 3-round deficit. Incendiary from AZ to A main, and they'll make the same choice of putting out early utility at long. Config pushes through it. This is quite a good angle.
Yeah.
They check it, not at all. Shoulder shows, but he fires early. Phelps goes right back into it, tries to re-peek the exchange, and he's still sitting at the ready.
Tacko's been tagged up as well. Config with a lovely play. That smoke gives him a little bit of a one-way situation, considering he's in the tight corner. The smoke just in front of him as well. He's not expecting that, and it's a 5-on-4 right at the beginning of the round. Perfect stuff by North. Considering they had a UMP and a scout as well, knowing the AK is coming through, it's Config trying to get that early advantage. Gets it, doesn't even get punished for it at all. Still with 100 HP, flashbang to Worker as well. And like we said, Tacko, he's down to 30 points of health as well. 1 minute remaining now. Do have 4 smokes for SK Gaming. In terms of their map control right now, it looks like an outside execution. Smokes to be deployed from the pop dog room and the dumpster. And I doubt a fake happens here, as there will be commitment towards outside AZ and MSL to defend, but they've got decent crossfires here.
Decent indeed,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's opened up in the middle because there's no one watching the backside. He took down MSL.
Ooh. That
left AZ in the open. He's got Config. So this is all him in this round. He's got 3 kills. Let's open up the bomb site for the plant. Falda will eventually burn Cold Zero. But they've still got work to do on the north side. Kits for both. but a scout and a UMP in what was intended to be a carried over round. Valda getting ever closer to position. Knows Taco's above. Fur's low enough, but has the angle. That's 4 or 5.
Yeah, all low HP as well. He's done a fantastic job here for 4 kills. I think the majority were headshots as well. KGB now with the scout. I was about to say he only got the scout, but he does find a frag with him. And he's just trying to keep the money as low as possible for the SK side. Certainly not established yet.
Fur's going to go down to the bomb just to get the ace. Just to get the... Oh, he doesn't. Backtracks. He's far enough away at 25. I thought that was within the radius. He only goes down to 18. So ace and stays alive. Not bad.
That's not bad at all. Ace for Fur after they lost their first frag as well. Here's the replay of Fur finding all the frags there. We said that crossfire looked decent, but the flashbang's so on point for SK. He starts hitting every single shot there. Great positioning and great aim, of course, as well. Will be a buy here from North. 4 spies you will, considering we've got 2 UMPs available for AZ and MSL. KGB still has the sniper rifle, but not looking too great for them. They've got 1 kit. That's in the back pocket of Config there. Default, 2 players fast towards the end of Ivy and Fur. He finds his 6th frag in the last 2 rounds. KGB to defend. Can't hit the shot, goes down to 50 points of health.
He's blind again. They're in the open at the front of the site. This time he's able to win the exchange, but it's Cold that slides in and takes the same angle. Cajun shut down Phelps, however, with the AWP. All it is one better. It's all falling apart again for SK. Cold's down. Taco as well. Walk in. MSL makes up for the position last time. They pretty much ran the exact same crossfire, by the way.
Yes. But this time, working out a lot nicer there for North after losing the first frag at Ivy as well. 5 and 4, it's KGB to hit a couple of shots, and then those UMPs come to life, close range at the pop dog position. Timeout called by Fallen this time. What's the play? 11-8, 4 spy into this. It could give North the window of opportunity to close out a second map here. Take the eco. It'll build their round totals, but you have a chance to come back into it with the full gun round. Rugger now, the coach, as we discussed before, will be giving his input as to what he thinks they'll do. He'll be tracking the economy more so than MSL will, looking at the lost bonuses and tracking when bomb plants go through. I think it's the 4 spy though, Matt. I can see Phelps going all in, down to $0. Same story for Fallen as well. Scouts, Steagles, CZs, Tech 9s, an eclectic buy. And we'll see if it works out for SK here. Yeah, I've got 4 smokes to work with here, so they're going over the full execution. I would say it looks like it's going to be towards the inside bomb side.
He's ready to go through the smoke. No damage in between everyone on the SK side. Shouldn't necessarily say everyone, that's a bit misleading. But in between the 2 players on entry is Fallen, and Phelps now get in position. So utility and go. Get the bomb plant down, hope for the best immediately after, but primary objective is get the plant in as fast as possible so they can overwhelm and swarm like a pack of hungry dogs with pistols as MSL looks both ways. Good flash, counter flash at that as he sprays down 2 A's. He was able to get just 1. They lost the first kill to Fallen, but the bomb plant will not happen, will not come through, and that's going to cost them as Cold hits 1 shot on AZ. Unfortunately, he's the last alive. It's 1 versus 2. He's still got a chance. Despite only having a scout, he's got the movement and motion. Unfortunately, not the position, as Cajun has the bigger of the 2 sniper rifles and makes it 12-8 for North.
It does indeed. That was the 4 spy from SK Gaming. They're deploying all the smokes and trying to get the frags there, but AZ and Co holding on. Definitely wasn't the most comfortable rounds there for the CTs, but they got the round on the board. That's the most important thing. Regardless of how many players stay alive there, they know they're up against the full eco now, as we hit the round number 21. Decent idea from SK, but no bomb going down means next round won't be the best of buys either. They'll have to bring PT-50s and Glocks into this round. Almost guaranteed now for the North side. They'll have an aggressive player in the form of Valdo towards upper ramp here. Nice disciplined play. Like I said, he's a bit of a rock for the North side. Can be aggressive, but knows when to fall back as well and to stay alive. Looking at the bigger picture. Trying to do what he can there with the PT-50. I think he dinked up Cajun B, took him down to 21 points of health, but overall, he's the player that goes down and North with the advantage. Quite a considerable one. So we have no armor, no nades, and no weaponry.
No anything. Shots in. AZ able to take down Fallen. Follows it up as Taco takes the exact same entry point. Oh, you jumped off a bridge? I'll do it too. Was that ever a question that ridiculed you? Like your parents discipline you?
Well, if
like,
your friend jumped off a cliff.
No, it was so.
You do it as well.
Well, yeah, exactly. So like you do something and you're like, well, I can't be in trouble because he did it first. Okay, well if he jumped off a bridge, would you do it? That was always the answer to that question with a question thing.
Well, I think that's sort of ridiculous. Well, of course I wouldn't. That wouldn't make any sense.
Exactly. But it's the point of the question that just throws you off, right? Like, of course you wouldn't, but it's the... Well, when you put it that way, that's all they're trying to do, Henry.
5 AKs now for SK. The last chance saloon, really. I didn't think we'd see this kind of scoreline in favor of North. 13-8, and maybe the shot for Cajun B. They're trying to bait it out at that upper round position, but Cajun B still holding strong, but Balda's not so much. Taco takes him down, looking for that double frag, but Config deals with him. Still 4-4, making it a 4-3. MSL and AZ chiming in, back and forth, but North looking still in a very good position here, and it's still down to poor old Phelps. Config completely wrecks on that round. 3 kills for him. He must be getting up there now. 24 kills and 12 deaths. It looks like this could be done. SK don't really have a response here on train whatsoever after dominating Cobblestone.
Yeah, shocked and appalled. Taco and Fallen 8, or 9 and 8, I guess, respectively. Kills for them. That's not what you'd expect, especially for Fallen, as you said. He's normally up and in charge on this map.
Yeah, so they're taking a very conservative approach once again, allowing North to have match point here.
Cold has 2 kills this half, by the way.
That's right, after looking great on the first.
It looked very good. Oh, Cajun starts off without the kill, but tags up onto Cold. So SK Gaming struggling on train. Not what I would have expected at all.
No, especially after they've played very well on Cobble. That's where I thought North had the best chance here. Cobblestone is SK's map. They haven't changed roster. They've been the same 5 for a while now. You'd think this would be a walk in the park, and the Config completely shutting them down. MSL looked very good as well. Same story for AZ. So great news for North. We will go into the third map.
Easy. Still looking down toward main. I won't call it third map yet because we know SK are the comeback kings, but I think yeah, I got one foot in the door of the train. I'm just ready to hop off if it needs to.
Well, third map will be Inferno, but here it is. Match points, 7 of them to work with here for North. That was the conservative approach from SK. Could have forced ball there and taken a bit of a gamble, but they're playing for overtime. 4 AKs, the AWP comes out. They are the kings of comebacks. All it takes is get to double digits. When it's like 15-10, then things start to become a bit uncomfortable. Danish teams in the past have been known to fail at the final hurdle. Let's see if they can hold strong here and close this one out. Ooh, fast play from Config. I like that flashbang.
Good shot in from Phelps. Config. Looking out immediately. This is a good start for SK. In a do or die situation, win every round if they want to end this in 2 maps. Taco finds Valda getting aggressive. MSL might do the same, might walk into the same angle. It's all going SK's way, perhaps a little bit ambitious and early to try and end it, although AZ and Cajun B are not having any of it. They'll bring this back to a winnable situation. Only a man down, low HP on Phelps. Step in, easy shot for AZ as he's already scoped down toward back alley. And they could pull this back, I should say. Force the round situation come back as Cajun now gets the kill. This is remarkable, I have to say. SK.
5 on 3.
Yeah, don't normally give up those situations, and it's 2 members, the slow-paced members on the team that are doing it.
Absolutely. 45 seconds remaining. Taco, not known to be one of the most lights-out clutches for the team. We'll see whether he can get anything done here. Finds the first kill, takes down Cajun. That's the orb dealt with here. AZ, looking for the third of the round, knows exactly where Taco is. Picks up the AWP, looking to finish things off. Great shot to finish it there. 16-8, who would have thought? Where Cobblestone is where they fall, they pick things back up and get it together for Train. 16-8 against SK Gaming. That's quite the performance. And now we move on to Inferno. North have a chance to close the series out.